Hey, episode 36. Travel to Belize. That's what happened. Yep, that's it. So yeah, it was kind of a funny gap in between 35 and 36, but preparing to leave and all of that, I just didn't have the energy or the time to really sit down and do an episode. But anyway, went to Belize for my birthday. It's a big birthday. What I've been saying is that at this stage of the game, every birthday is a big birthday. So yeah, it was a big birthday. And I thought about it long and hard, and I said, hey, what the hell, let me go check it out, see what's up. Belize was nice. Belize is a beautiful tropical country. All of the fresh fruits and everything you want is there, and it's just a beautiful place to be. Now I went to Hopkins, which is one of the sections where the Garifuna reside. They have several towns in Belize where they where they live, but Hopkins is a big one, and it's a town. It's not really a city. It's a pretty big town, but it's right on the water, right on the Caribbean Sea. It's beautiful, and nice people, wide range of people from black to white, I guess. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of indigenous people, and a lot of black people, yeah. Most of black people are Garifuna. I'll put the history up there so people can see, but basically they're formerly enslaved people that made their way to that coastal area of Belize, formerly British Honduras. And yeah, that's where they be at. Great culture that I came in contact with years ago at the burial ground in downtown Manhattan, the African burial ground. But maybe that's a story for another time. Happy birthday to me. All right. That night, and next night was Thursday. That was the day I was scheduled to have my immersion into the Garifuna culture, with the drumming and with the food, and you get to cook and you get to hear and get a little history of the Garifuna. Yeah, the night before though, or that Wednesday night that I got there, yeah, there was drumming, and I met the drummers that was there, and it so happens that the next day at the cultural drumming center, it's basically the same drummers that was there the night before. And that was kind of interesting, just to see them again and to get deeper into the rhythms and everything. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
All right, so is your hip that bad? We can go in the kitchen.
I went to the pyramids yesterday. Spent the whole day. It's like almost a 2-hour drive from where I'm at to the pyramids. I'll put the name of them because I can't really even pronounce it. But it was unbelievable, man. The pictures, they don't really show it. I mean, I took some pictures and stuff, but the experience of it and the magnitude of it and the genius of it, it's just amazing. It's really, really amazing. And to think I don't know if they just don't really take into account what other peoples have done and their way of looking at the world and their achievements. You know, you could just look at the structures and know that it was a high functioning society. You know, they might make fun of what they interpret as their beliefs in terms of worshiping the sun and the moon, and but we don't know if that was a metaphoric thing or if it was an actual thing. But they were, how you say, spiritual on one hand, or you could say superstitious on the other. But what they left behind is just unbelievable. And just one of their cities in this area, the guy told me, was 500 square miles. 500 square miles. And they're all kind of interesting things where they made these wide roads with drainage and everything. But they had no wheels. They didn't believe in the wheel, or they didn't have the wheel, or they believed the wheel or the shape of the wheel to be a sacred thing. So they didn't construct anything out of that resembled the wheel, which is interesting, right? Because if they didn't have wheels, how did they get around this 500? This was just one Mayan society. There was like several all over Central America, and they were all, sometimes they warred against each other, sometimes they always traded with each other, and they were different societies, almost different villages, different clans. You know, they were all Mayan. They all had certain structures, and their beliefs were similar, but they were different too. You know, it's amazing.
And they letter this area as A group. We got B group, C group, and D group. El Castillo is the name of this large temple. This one here,
yeah.
El Castillo. It measures approximately 130 feet from this plaza level to the top.
What you're saying?
Yeah, so these three temples, they were used to track seasons. What happens here, the sunrise will occur behind this temple in March, which is the spring equinox.
Yeah.
Then into the summer solstice, the sunrise is here. And then back into the fall equinox in September.
Yeah.
And then to the winter solstice in December. So the sunrise is right behind these temples.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania excavated these motifs in the year of 1950. Then in the year of 2000, they decided to bury the ancient one and do a replica to protect the real one.
The original,
okay?
yeah.
So what you see today, it's a replica. Now let me start with the face in the middle that has its nose broken.
Yeah.
That's the rain god. In Maya, it's called Cha'ak, facing east, and that's where you get all of the storms from the Caribbean Sea. Two faces on either ends, they look the same, and they mark the central world. That's where we are. And this world for the Maya used to be a flat world, and also square.
Okay.
So on every corners of earth, the Mayans had gods holding the heaven. If you look on the second layer to the right, that's where that fellow is kneeling down with the hands up in that position, holding the heaven. It's like today in the Greek mythology of Atlas.
Yeah.
Almost similar belief. Now the U letter symbols you see between each face, there's a letter U.
Yes.
Those are representing the moon goddess. In Maya name, Ixchel. And she's the goddess of fertility. Above the U, we have some squared indent holes representing today's Venus planet. For the Maya, was seen as the brightest morning star and evening star, and it was a god for the Mayas.
Okay.
A malevolent god. Any problems, any disasters, any wars that happened was the fault of Venus.
Okay.
Directly above the rain god, one in the middle, above him, looks like two persons facing each other.
Yes.
That is a face of a snake. So heads is eyes of the snake. What we see as bodies, that will be the upper jaw of the snake, and then at the bottom, the fangs of the viper.
Oh, I see.
Okay, if you look slightly left from that snake face, you're gonna see like V stripes, like chevron logo. Then moving little left again, you're gonna see a letter D in capital that is backways.
Okay.
That is like a dragon there. See the fangs and the upper jaw of the snake.
I see.
So this proves that the Mayans believed that the sun in the day was a snake.
Okay, so overall, I'd say this was a very good trip for me. I was able to really relax, get out of the city, and just experience tropics. Beautiful. I learned a lot, and I see that certain things are just global. Certain folks are doing really well over here, and others are struggling, making it out. I guess just like everywhere else. I got a chance to reflect on my life, my projects, just I don't know for anybody else, but for me, solo trips is really kind of cool. You just get a chance to be by yourself. As they say, no matter where you go, there you are. And so, yeah, that was it. That was my trip to Hopkins, Belize.